Hello everyone, welcome back to the Pro Nerd Sports YouTube channel. I'm your host, Ian Stoddard, and today I'm going to be revealing my top 10 NFL offenses for the 2023 NFL season. Let's go. Starting off at number 10, I have the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, we know the Vikings offense carried this team last season, and it probably will again this season. Obviously, they have huge stars on this team like Justin Jefferson, the fan favorite. I love TJ Hawkinson. I think Kirk Cousins is a hugely underrated quarterback, but there are a few question marks. I do like their offensive line, but they did just lose Adam Thielen, and the receiving corps is probably going to be a little bit weaker than we're used to seeing. Really don't know for how much longer Dalvin Cook is going to be a Minnesota Viking. It could just be for a few more days as I'm recording this. Coming in at 9th, I have my Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions ended the season last season with a top 5 offense, ending with the 4th best yards per game in the league. Despite this already prolific offense, the Detroit Lions made plenty of moves this offseason offensively. That's a lot of offices. Obviously, they traded running back DeAndre Swift to the Philadelphia Eagles. They also let running back Jamal Williams, fan favorite Jamal Williams, walk in free agency as he signed with the New Orleans Saints. But they also drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, running back out of Alabama, in the first round of the NFL draft, as well as picking up running back David Montgomery in free agency, coming off a few seasons on the Bears. They also drafted Sam Laporta, a tight end from Iowa, and they also already have a pretty prolific offensive line, and they're adding Graham Glasgow back, which can only improve the offensive line depth. This team has a top 5 offensive line, in my opinion. Okay, maybe top 10. This team has a top 10 offensive line, which is going to keep this offense in the game. All right, coming in at 8th, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. They ended the season 9th in total offense per game last season, and they've only gotten better offensively, in my opinion. They added Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator, originally from the Dallas Cowboys. He did great things in Dallas. I think he'll do great things for this Chargers offense, really help Justin Herbert develop into the quarterback we all want him to be. I love Austin Eckler. He's phenomenal catching passes and running the ball as long as he wants to stay on the team. I know he requested a trade earlier this offseason. I don't think that's actually going to come into fruition, but we'll see what happens. I love the Chargers receiving room. I love Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Quentin Johnson. And they're getting Rashawn Slater back, a star offensive tackle on their offensive line. This offense is going to be very electric. All right, coming in at number 7, we have a team that I'm very excited about. Another cat team. They remind me so much of the Lions, and I'm so happy they're finally putting things together. This team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence in his second year with Doug Peterson as his head coach. He has so many stars on this Jacksonville team. I love the Anton Harrison pick in the first round of the NFL draft. Gotta love this receiving core. Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and others, as well as Evan Ingram, the tight end, and you gotta love Travis Etienne as well. This team has so many weapons. Doug Peterson as their head coach. There's no reason that this team shouldn't be a top 10 offense, and it's really weird having the Jaguars have a top 10 offense, but here we are. Coming in at 6th, I have a team that many people might think I'm a little bit high on their offense this season. They also have a phenomenal defense, but this team is the San Francisco 49ers. Look, you got to love their offensive line. Yes, they did lose Mike McGlinchey, but I mean, come on. It's the 49ers, right? I know that's not a good argument at all, but I do think this team is going to be very prolific next season. You got George Kittle. You got Christian McCaffrey. Most of all, the 49ers did not lose a game until the NFC Championship game where they had 0 quarterbacks. Speaking of quarterbacks, Brock Purdy is their quarterback. They also have Trey Lance and Sam Darnold. So, if someone goes down, I think they have others to take their place. I don't think Sam Darnold was terrible last season. And honestly, I think the 49ers have the weapons around them. You got Brandon Ayuk, you got Deebo Samuel, again, George Kittle. So I think there's plenty of weapons surrounding this team to support any quarterback that's in that position. This offense is going to be very good.
Come on.
All right, now we are headed into my top 5 NFL offenses for the 2023 NFL season. And at number 5, I have a team that might shock a lot of people. This is a team that made a complete 180 turn from what they did last season. This team is the New York Jets. We all know this is because of the acquisition of Hall of Fame quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Yes, I know he's old. Yes, I know he's not very involved in the offseason. And yes, this team is very young, but look, you got to love this team. It's so easy to jump on the bandwagon. Garrett Wilson is a phenomenal player. Offensive Rookie of the Year last season. I love Breece Hall. When he's on the field, he's going to do magical things. And you also got to think about it. They got plenty of new receivers. They got Allen Lazard. There's already that chemistry with Aaron Rodgers. And again, Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker are coming back from injuries. This offense is going to be much improved, as well as their offensive line. All right, headed into number 4. There shouldn't be any shocks moving forward. This is the Cincinnati Bengals. Look, okay, you got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. Joe Mixon, I know they might be trying to move away from Joe Mixon, but look, he had a great season last season. He wasn't a fantasy bust for once. Maybe he will be next season, who knows. But their receivers, I love all of their receivers. And now they acquired Orlando Brown Jr. from the Kansas City Chiefs. This team has had such a bad offensive line for so many years, and they've never tackled it recently until now, and I'm so excited. This team is only going to get better, and maybe Patrick Mahomes will have some competition. All right, moving to my top 3. At number 3, we have the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen is a great offensive quarterback. He can both throw and run the ball. He gets the job done. The Bills are winning games. They're finally trying to tackle the running back position. They picked up Damian Harris and Latavius Murray in the offseason. They also have James Cook there. There's plenty of options at running back. Are any of those players that electric? No, but don't forget they also have Stephon Diggs. And now they also have Dalton Kincaid, the best tight end of the 2023 NFL Draft. Sure, there's some question marks around the offensive line, but obviously they've had these question marks for a few years, and it's never stopped their offense from being good.
To the Super Bowl 52 champs, Philadelphia Eagles, fly Eagles fly. The
All right, second. Look, I know these two teams are constantly in the top 2 of every list that I make, but there's really no reason that they shouldn't be, okay? Second, we have the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Look, Jalen Hurts was phenomenal last season. Now every team is trying to find their new Jalen Hurts story. Second round guy, third round guy that they can turn into a Super Bowl quarterback. I think the Eagles can and will. Eagles are probably going to be my Super Bowl pick. But this offense is phenomenal. One huge upgrade they had was at the running back position. They now have DeAndre Swift. If he can stay healthy, he's great. And now you put him behind the best offensive line in the league. Gotta love their receivers. Gotta love Dallas Goedert. There's no question marks on this offense whatsoever.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
But number 1, we all know, has to be the Kansas City Chiefs. They have the best quarterback in the league in Patrick Mahomes, and they probably have arguably the best coach in the NFL. They also have the best tight end in the NFL. And that's such a good combination to have, all right? They never have prolific running backs or wide receivers, but they have guys that can get the job done. Patrick Mahomes can work his magic with just about anyone, I think. I think this guy is going to be around for years. He's going to have so many Super Bowl rings that maybe he won't even be able to fit them all on his fingers, okay? And with that, that concludes my top 10 NFL offenses for the 2023 NFL season. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It'll help me out so much. And if you think I'm an idiot and you think I'm stupid and your team didn't make the top 10 in offenses, I'm talking to you, Cowboys fans. I know y'all are going to come for me for that. Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to see your comments. I'd love to respond to you and have a good conversation about football. It's always one of my favorite things to do. But with that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.